7, they sing the morning is through. Trains on tracks, engines roar, steam whistle blowing, always want more. Building dreams one module at a time. Morning with Klawndyke, everything's fine. Morning with Klawndyke, everything's fine. Layouts sprawling, stories to unfold. Metal giants, new and old. Scale detail, G-scale night, steam whistle echoes through the morning light. Trains on tracks, engines roar, steam whistle blowing, always want more. Building dreams one module at a time. Morning with Klawndyke, everything's fine. Layouts sprawling, stories to unfold. Metal giants, new and old. Scale detail, G-scale night, steam whistle echoes through the morning light. Trains on tracks, engines roar, steam whistle blowing, always want more. Building dreams one module at a time. Morning with Klawndyke, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Morning with Klawndyke, everything's fine.
Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Klawndyke this morning. Hope everyone's doing wonderful this morning, or at least breathing and alive and happy. Oh, interesting morning. I've cut back on all my coffee and trying to eliminate my tobacco usage. And I'll tell you, first cup of coffee, I'm halfway through and I've already got the morning jitters. Good stuff though. I'd like to say good morning to everybody. Missed one. Good morning, Robert, Barry, Jason. Oh, I'm going to mess that up. Stone. I'm not going to say it. I don't want to butcher your name. Good morning, sir. Stan, good morning. Good to see you on here. Dave, nice to see you first. Hope the audio is good. Is the audio good? Everything looking good? Sounding good, I hope. I'd like to see a thumbs up on that one real quick before I go any further. I tend to start my shows losing my audio if I don't do this. As you can see behind me, we have virtual railroad back up on the screen. This morning we're in Ashland, Virginia. I love these. These are so cool to watch. You know, and especially in the wintertime, you can't get out, it's too cold, or the roads are bad, or you just don't want to drive on the ice, which that's pretty much me anymore. I can always turn this on and have it running and then watch the trains. But the coolest part with virtual railroad is you can pause it and you can go back and you can look at the trains. So if you spot a certain car or a certain engine that you might want to model, you can pause it, take a screenshot, and you actually have a nice image of whatever car or engine. Good morning, Chuck. Good morning, Mr. Gatton. Hopefully you're doing good this morning. Jack was looking good this morning. Nice video. Dennis, sir. How you doing this morning? Oh, I bet it was late last night. Kind of the same here, trying to get everything set up. As you can tell, it's only me this morning. Andrew is back to his summer grind, so we won't have him in the mornings, but Friday evenings, tech and trains and tech, with myself and Andrew. So we'll be doing that on Friday nights. Oh yes, awesome. Yeah, I saw that right away. It's easy to mix up. It really is, because it's the way I've done it is totally different, but it works. It works. Great video. We're gonna get into that here in a little bit. Today, what I like to do is build one of these. Isn't this cool? I love this. I love this bridge. It's simple. Um, how can I explain it? It's based off the Diablo Gorge in Arizona. Fridays is what time is it? Fridays? I want to say 8 o'clock. I'd have to look. It sucks getting old because my memory is slowly fading. But you know, that reminds me. I should take a Batman suit, put it in my closet, so when I do get old timers, every time I open the door, I'll see the Batman suit. um, but I do. I want to say it's 8 o'clock every Friday night. Um, just check here. You can also go back into the descriptions and look at the videos and uh, let me know. I mean, if somebody wants to pop out and take a peek and come back in, that would be awesome. But I'm pretty sure it's at 8 o'clock. But we're gonna do this, and we're gonna talk videos today. But isn't that cool? Hey, I've been working on stuff since I no longer have a producer. Um, I do have a helping hand. There we go. And I'm pretty sure I showed this off last week. 7 p.m. Oh, Central. Boy, my timing's way off this morning. I'm not awake yet. I stayed up late, kind of like Dennis. Stayed up late and then woke up early, and then trying to make sure everything was set and ready for you guys. Let's see here. Oh, oh, oh. What camera is that? Oh, that is my overhead. I bumped my overhead somehow. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to adjust something here. It's a little more difficult without a producer, but hey, we'll get it. We'll get it. I'm going to show you my messy desk. There we go. There we go. I like this camera. It's a simple bridge. The nice thing though is you can dress it up any way you want. So let's go ahead and get this going. Now the kit is actually extremely simple. You have your top, two sides, and then your little pieces. Now what I've done with these is I've numbered them. You just have to look. And again, simple instructions. And then as you can see, you have 1 through 9, 9 being the 3 center pieces. And on these, I know it's going to be hard to see. Let's see here. Where's my front cam? There we go. Right down on the corners. There you go. Oh, that turned out really good, actually. You can see this one has a number 5, so this would be the 5th. And it starts from outside in, so your 3 centers are 9s. There we go. And then also, while we're doing this, we're going to talk a little bit about some trains. Let's see. And videos. This is DJ's trains. Okay, you'll have to excuse me because I'm still trying to figure out. I got a Stream Deck, which should be helping. And of course, spur of the moment, I played with it and I practiced with it a little bit. And of course, when you're live on video, it's a little different. So let's there we go. Now this one's pretty cool. This is, 1-to-1. This is a train yard in Norfolk Southern, where it interchanges with Holland Express. I like this guy, DJ Trains. Um, he gets these really cool overhead shots using a drone. Um, I know for a while it was a stickler about, YouTubers and drones and all that, but it's good to see that they've lightened up on all that, making life a lot easier. Now we're able to get these beautiful shots, and this is beautiful, beautiful view. Right down on the river. Let's see the lines. Now, as this is going, I'm trying to line out my pillars to make it a little bit easier. Probably should just go for the gusto, shouldn't I? Where's my EV Mux? The Carland Express. Okay, sure, he's got a lot of good. I mean, there's a lot of good inspiration. Um, that's what I love about watching some of these videos. I would have never thought of setting a scale up or a yard, especially for grain. Now, I did. A lot of you guys already know that I drove a semi, big truck for a while, and in Oregon, I used to go into the train yard a lot, and that was cool because I was literally in the yard. And in Hermiston, they have a hump yard, and if I'd get there early, I could sit back and watch them hump the cars over the hill, and that was so cool to watch. I wish I could get, close to them, but that's probably, I don't know, quarter of a mile from where I was at. But being able to get up close and personal, it's like this is really cool. I mean, come on, there's a lot of good ideas just in this picture alone. Thank you, Dennis. Okay, I'm gonna move my keyboard. Let's check out our next. Who is our next? Uh, and our next on the list. Okay, this is Ben's Trains. He's really into Lionel O scale, but he's been taking you to a lot of really cool places. Um, this is Northlands. It's the world's largest miniature wonderland, or is now. And this place is huge and deep. That's the coolest thing. You get true canyons. Now, any of these guys, if you haven't seen their videos or checked them out, do so. I'm going to try to make sure to get these links up down below. There's a lot going on right now. From here, I've got to run out to the shop and fulfill a couple orders. Okay, we're going to take a pause on this. Oh, you've been, I take it. Okay, it's in New Jersey. I would love to see that. I don't foresee myself going into that neck of the woods. It'd be nice one day. Okay. It looks huge. I mean, his walkthrough, how long is this video? It's it's a really cool place. I mean, multi levels, multi levels. Let's see here. I keep clicking on the wrong video. Let's get our table desk cam. No. All right, so real quick, what I'm going to do is we're going to attach our side pieces, our girder work, to the bottom of our deck. As you can see, you don't have to put lines up if you don't want to, but it makes it nice. I mean, on this, the way I designed it, you take the track right to the edge and it will be set at the proper distance. And we're going to cheat a little bit. We're using CA glue. And I'm actually going to just run it down this deck and then use a kicker. Now, one of the best glues to work with MDF I noticed is like Tight Bond. You can put the Tight Bond on and then tape it. Some guys use the Tight Bond, or you can use white glue, and then use the CA like in certain spots and use a kicker just to hold it. The CA glue, it's good. It's okay. I mean, it'll hold together, especially in this application. But it's not as strong as like a Tight Bond or a good wood glue. Now I'm going to set this into place. And there's 4 tabs, there are 5 tabs on this that hold it into place. Now what I like to do is once I get it in, there we go, is wherever the tabs are, I will push down and push in and use a little kicker just to set it. And be careful not to glue your fingers. And just like that, that one is set. Actually, this is all set. You know what I'm going to do? Let me change my hat so I don't get that in the camera so much. And I'm going to use a couple of these real quick to make sure it's square. Let's set on the other side. And then we'll flip to another video here. You guys have been putting out some great content. Now, the model train people, Dennis and Eddie, they do a podcast once a week. This one was a little late, but apparently Eddie had an emergency. But it's still, you guys still did a wonderful job on this. This is new. This is episode 6, if I'm correct. And you interviewed Mr. Paul Stamps, which is really cool. And it's fun to, for me, it's fun to kind of peek into other lives and see what people are doing. So if you get a chance, make sure to check out the train people. Let's see, where am I? I'm in the center here. As you can see, I'm also assembling the bridge as we talk. Yeah, this one's going together beautifully. And there's Mr. Stamps. And again, like I said, I'm going to try to get the links down in here. Hopefully I don't forget this time. For some reason, I'm notorious for getting links in. I think it's part of old age. And there we go. We got our first centerpiece in already. And it's already taken shape. It's super simple. The instructions are lacking just a little bit at the moment, but this one here, it's almost like a beginner's model. If you just follow the numbers. Oh, cool. So you're stocking up. I like, oh, we'll get into that one here in a second. I'm kind of limited on screen space, so I'm bouncing back and forth between my OBS and EVMux and live video. Let's switch off here. This is cool. Okay, this is a blast from the past. 1939, the World's Fair. What was it, New York? I wish they kept doing, or they kept this going. It's kind of sad that it's no longer. But apparently, it was one of the largest layouts um, in its day. And this was at the World's Fair. Hey, Dave, were you at the World's Fair? Did you ever get a chance to? But this would have been awesome to see. All right. Throwing a little glue on these. One thing I have noticed with CA glue and MDF, it seems to set really fast. Oops. Yeah, that's a quick, really quick video. But that's James Hefner. As you can see, I got my notes this time. Let's see. Are you guys a tongue biter as you're doing your models? It makes it a challenge when you're doing a video and biting your tongue at the same time. Okay. Oh. Live coal loads. Actually, that would be cool to see. Hey, there's so many people that have been with our new electronics and the things we can do, especially like with 3D printers and lasers and CNCs. Automating a lot of this is really cool. Being able to pull up your train and then literally dump it, spin them or I haven't seen any bottom dumps. Let's see, where are we? Oops. Yeah, it does. And it cures it super fast. I mean, this model it's already nice and rigid. Okay, this is cool. This video is by John Tanzillo. If I apologize if I butcher the name, but he's been working on this military train, and he added 4 new cars. Let's see. Number 8. Okay, went to the one in Knoxville. Yeah, I'd love to see one in person. I really, really would. I think that'd be really fun. Now, hopefully, we got things in the works. Now we're pretty much focusing more on tech and trains on Fridays, and more people are getting into the 3D printing, especially for model railroading. And we're talking with a couple people, and hopefully it works out. Now, as you can tell, I'm multi-scale. I don't know if it's a good thing or not. My main focus is N because I get to work on that all year long. And my second is going to be G because I have a really cool area up front and I've already started a really beautiful collection. I was able to run, oops, didn't catch that video in time. I was able to run my climaxes for the first time over the weekend. And so I was able to take them up to the club, and the one is DCC equipped, and our club has a DCC layout. And I'm not gonna lie, it was exciting to literally see it up and running for the very first time and run it around the layout a couple times. Um, Beautiful sounds, smooth runner, no hiccups. The engine, it had a hiccup with the engineer, but that's about it. There we go. And as you can see, we're slowly coming together. Now, what I can't wait to do is get my shay fixed. I have a shay that was a museum piece. So it was just on display and never ran. So where's that one? Trying to make sure I grab the wrong or the right 7. There we go. So it's a beautiful looking piece, but apparently the yoke where the shaft comes off the truck broke on the middle trucks. And finding a yoke for a 3 truck shay is not that easy anymore because Bachman hasn't made that particular engine for quite a while. But luckily, there are spare parts out there and available. So sometimes used is extremely good. All right, I'm going to switch to there we go. Is that it? Nope. 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 Oh, there we go. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys like to watch Jimmy with DIY and digital. Awesome. It was really, really cool. I would have never thought because on your T-Track modules you have your 2 lines. I would have never thought of taking your scenery or your backdrop and divide the 2 tracks. As you can see here, he's running it behind his scenery, and it kind of gives that 3D effect. So I know exactly what I'll be doing. Well, it looks like I accidentally got the wrong 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So do me a favor, go check out Jimmy. I love how he did this and where he put it on that the T junction module. When you're looking at it eye level, it's hard. It blends it in with his trees. And it's hard to tell there's a second line behind it. 2, 2, 3, 4. Kind of putting these out of order. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Hopefully the videos and everything look good this morning. There we go. That looks just so cool. Now, Jimmy's layout, his kingdom is literally it's T-Track modules. Jimmy's booked. He's got a lot of cool things in the works right now. Some things I'm not going to say. You're just going to have to keep an eye on them. And while we're talking, I'm over halfway done with this bridge. Oops. Now I have a couple of these left where if you do pick up the Canyon module, there we go. Let's switch back to front cam. There we go. As you can tell, I'm still trying to wake up. I don't normally usually in the evening is when I like to put my modules together or my items. It's kind of my unwind. So it's kind of let's see, desktop, no. There we go. And that is slowly come together. Oops. And this is just a representation. I mean, it's not uh, a full blown one to one. I designed this to fit for the Canyon module. Um, I did pretty much the width of it is scaled. But once you get this rolling and the first few in, there's no special tabs or anything. But it goes together really nice. Let me get a few more of these in here real quick. So is there anything new out in the world that I've missed? I know there's probably a lot. Let me get back to EV Mux. Yeah, Jimmy does. He has a lot of awesome videos. And with the help of Jimmy is where I picked up, like you're talking about the intro into Arduinos. With the help of Jimmy's videos is where I set up my DCCEX system. And that was awesome. Pretty much since I've been doing this now, I guess going on 2 years. My goal is as I buy an engine, um, is to either get them DCC ready or DCC installed. I figure if I'm going to start out now, if I already had a layout with DC, it might be another story. But I figure since I'm starting out and I love the concept of DCC, especially on T-Track, because you don't have to, you can still build a working layout, so you can do your ops without any stress of like your normal kingdom at home, or what you might build it on in your basement. Oh, this is just going together beautifully. We're almost done on this one. I'm going to show a video here that is somebody that needs a little love and support. Oh, where'd you go? There it is. And it's Chuck and Chuck is in the audience this morning. Oops. And he's working on one of the end caps. And his train guy, PA, that is a really good looking end cap. That's true. That's very, very true. Does not have to be Trak. I love your switching puzzle. And if I'm right, Heath, his layout isn't his layout DCC, if I'm correct? And that's Humanity City or Humanity Junction. I always get Heath's name mixed up there a little bit. We are almost done with this. So if you're not gabbing like I am and you get right to the point, let's see how long we've been on. We've been on only 38 minutes. So I bet you could knock this truss out in 15 minutes. And I have not had to use kicker at all with this MDF. I boogered it up a little there. I know it's a little silence in here. I'm biting my tongue as I do this. I was hoping to see Eddie on this morning, but I know it's kind of an odd time to be doing this because there are a lot of people that they're at work right now, or they do have to work, or they're occupied. And I get it. Nice thing is we do have reruns. Looks like my camera moved a little bit. And look at this. I got to remember everything's backwards. The CA glue, I love it, but the only bummer is when you get it on your fingers, you end up looking like Spock. Six a.m. Oh no, I'm still sleeping. Good morning, Andrew. Good morning. And how are you doing this morning? Good to see you on. You're a tongue biter, huh? It seems to be when I'm doing the small stuff. I'd hate to be doing that, doing something small and having a kid scare me. Yeah, hard at work. I think I'm getting the hang of this. Oh, there's the Good morning. Well, we're almost done building the truss. Whoops. Let's see where my camera is. Oh, we're down here. I've got one end piece down here, and then I have the pillars to add. And we'll be done with this. We talked a little bit about a few videos. You can go back and check them out. There's a couple of cool ones. I love the one that Ben talks about, and that's the miniature Wonderland. Ben's trains. He's the gangsta modeler. I would say he's up in Dennis's area. That'd be kind of cool to see you two get together. And there we go. And then we have our caps on. So as it sits, it's kind of hard to see once it's all together. And then last but not least, we will add well, thank you, Andrew. Chuck, you have a good one. It's good seeing you on. Yeah, he's not. I know he's not. He's always in your area. He's a Lionel guy, though. He's an orange, as he says. He's an orange part of the Orange Box crew. Now this is cool. This shows me that within not even an hour, you can have this. I bet you within an hour, you could build the 6-inch drop canyon. Oh, I didn't grab enough of those. And also the bridge, and have it ready for the next day to start building. Or you probably do it that same day. I just let the glues dry, make sure it's nice and sturdy. On the modules themselves, I do not recommend using CA. I mean, it's great for something like this, but on the modules, you're going to be moving them around, and I do recommend using like a wood glue, something that's going to bond it and really hold tight, because you're going to be grabbing the edges and the sides and carrying it around. Look at this, and there we go. Now, I had somebody made a comment on the pillars. These guys here. Now, the idea is, as it sits in the canyon, well, the ground is going to roll underneath the bridge, and most of this pillar should be covered by earth. So you're just going to get the cap of that pillar. The pillar's on there, so when you do set it into the module, you can adhere to the module, so it's permanent, and then work around it for your hillsides. But And that's a, I love this bridge. Sorry for leaving you on there. No, actually, I haven't changed the file on this one. The only thing I did, well, actually, I did change one thing, and that's the end here. The original, actually, here's the original. If you notice here, it's got these sharp little points. At first I did that thinking, okay, that'll be nice because it'll roll in with the edge of the module. But I think knocking them down to a flat was probably safer and better. But other than that, that's the only change. And then, as you can see, I forgot the inside. They're still out in the shop, but that pillar is nice and thick. Kind of hard to see with my black shirt. Let's see, how's that work? There we go. There's shame on you. So in 40, let's say, 40 minutes, we have a complete, wrong one. We have a completed bridge that fits perfect into the canyon. Now, on an Empire, I guess you could set this into if you already have a large layout and you want to do something different, I guess you could use these with that. You don't have to use it with a Trak module. But I can't wait to paint this one. The only thing is with my layout, the way my layout sits right now, I don't have a place for the drop at the moment, but it would work great for taking the clubs. The only thing you need is on the opposite side of where your drop is another triple. And that could even be part of a yard. You could put a quad back there, actually, I guess. Oh. Oh, it's all good, Andrew. We all love you. We understand. We all understand. It is all good. So what do you guys think? Thinking about another design myself, one that goes up and over. Yeah, I could. You know what? I thought about it because how I have it set up right now is a 6-foot table and an 8-foot table in the shape of an L. Originally, I did have a U, but my dungeon down here is a little tight, and it was taken away from everybody else. I didn't want to do that. As time goes on, I'll start showing more and more of my layout once I'm comfortable sharing my dungeon with everybody. But I could see splitting because I want to keep the yard on one side, and so right there's two triples. So on the opposite side, I could easily put the 6-inch drop canyon. So theoretically, I could probably get away with, what is that? That's a 6-foot table. Probably creating something with two 2-foot tables on each end with a 2-foot opening in the center. Cool. That sounds like a plan, sir. That sounds like a good plan. And hopefully that one thing, I haven't checked my email this morning. Hopefully something shows up today. And it's okay. I'm really liking the StreamYard. I hope it helps with the videos, not so glitchy. Audio is good today. I'm happy with that. Probably should slow down on the coffee, but I'm still halfway asleep. But I'm going. Woke up this morning. That's the bonus. Any questions out there? Any stories out there? That reminds me, I need to light this guy up. I was playing around with my bamboo lab. I have the combo, the A1 combo, and I was playing with different colors. And this is actually a light box. Do I have a USB up here? I do not. Do I have one back here I can swipe? I need to set power up on the table just for USB. But it's 5 volts, and these are really cool. I'm going to try to get a couple together for the train show. In 2 weeks, not this coming weekend, but the following week, we have the Great Train Show in Des Moines, Iowa. I will be there. I'll have a booth there, or a couple tables. Andrew will be there. If you're in the area, stop by, say hi. I mean, it's a train show. If you're in the area, it's almost a must, right? The Des Moines Trak Club will be there. There's a couple of other groups and clubs that will be there, along with a lot of vendors. It's a great show. It's a fun show, a good place to go hang out for the weekend. It is Ben's Trains. He's into Lionel. He calls himself the part of the Orange Box crew, which makes good sense but most of the Lionel now is orange. Great sense of humor. He's a lot of energy, a lot of he's an outgoing guy, really, really cool guy. Makes some great videos, fun videos. There's a couple clubs there. There's one there. I wish I remember the name of it. It's all Lionel. It's a huge club, and they're getting ready to shut down pretty soon. You're more than welcome, sir. But so what I'm doing with these guys is right now, I'm giving them. I set up 10. I have a few left. These will be going free with the 6-inch drop module, the Canyon module. Yeah, that's it. The New Jersey High Railers. And there we go. 7 p.m. Central, the real time tech and trains. It will be Andrew and myself Friday night. We'll see you there. Yeah, from my understanding, they're moving. Hopefully, they're not shutting down. I mean, what they have is beautiful. Well, the sad part for me is I only get to see it in videos. I mean, I'm thankful and I love seeing the videos, especially the behind the scenes. Those are the cool ones. I'm trying to weigh it out, like behind the scenes or just the video, the layout. I think for me, sometimes behind the scenes is sometimes, I want to say, cooler. But it all works out, and without the main videos, you would have behind the scenes. Dennis, I can't wait to see your next video, by the way. And I'll right after this, I'm going to put in the links to all these videos. This time I did not close out all the windows, so that'll make it nice and easy. We are reaching the top of the hour. It's been a it's been a fun little show. A little different, not having as much coffee as I usually have, but it worked out. This turned out really nice. I am very pleased with this. I think my next design for a bridge is going to be, I don't know, probably something that goes up and over. But as you can see, this is a simple. It might look a little deceiving and maybe a little hard to put together, but it's extremely simple. It is extremely simple, but good luck with it. On that note, I hope everybody has a wonderful week. Be kind. Make sure to give the ones you love a nice big hug. Pet your pups. Throw them the ball. Let's see. No, we're patiently waiting. I need to, I love doing the lives because it is what it is. This is what you get. It's unedited. That's the fun part. And it never seems to fail. Whenever you do a live, something's going to happen. You know exactly how that goes, especially when you run offs. But that's also, to me, that's also the fun part because it's like, here it is. This is the truth. No sugarcoating anything. But I do need to get into doing some videos itself. For me, time is kind of an issue. I do have a couple hours a week, and like this hour is dedicated to this show for you guys and myself. It's a good way to interact with the train community. And again, I'm not focusing on one scale. I do love N scale. It's in the house. It's right here in front of me. G scale is just around the corner. We have a lot of things coming up, especially springtime. I'm going to say the rough work starts early spring, and then we'll be moving outside and working with G. I do have a little O scale. Matter of fact, the wife has a beautiful Polar Express in O scale. So I mean, we're not set and bound by one. HO, I do not have a lot of. Actually, I have a couple buildings and a couple items. That's about it. HO. I wish I had the space because I would definitely have more. We got some really cool things coming out in G scale. Keep your eyes open. And Trak, yes. Trak is it's a new breed of mini modules, I guess you could say. It's really popular over in the UK, and it's slowly coming over here to the US. There's some good things coming out on Trak. And there's some other people besides myself that are hopefully getting some videos together on it. That's all I'm going to say on that part. So keep your eyes open for Trak in the future. Mini dioramas, gotta love those. Now, mini diorama anybody can do. I love Heath's idea on the mini diorama is to use them to practice. So like your landscaping and scenery, if you have an idea, you're not wasting a lot of material and you're not putting it on your layout or on a module. That is cool. And then when you're done, you have a nice little display too. And if it's something that you're not happy with, well, you're not wasting a lot of material. It's just a nice mini. But on that note, I am going to say I hope everybody has a wonderful day. And we are at the top of the hour. So stay on track, have fun, and be kind. Have a good one, guys.